The United States Special Forces froze in place as they boarded the seized Russian tanker under the cover of darkness. The vessel sat in total darkness, its compartments sealed and an uneasy silence hanging inside. According to sources, beneath the decks, they discovered rooms with access that had been carefully concealed and part of the cargo disguised as ordinary containers. What exactly was inside the sealed sections has not been officially disclosed yet, but the first details have already sparked a wave of tense discussions. Welcome to 5TV, dear viewers, and now we'll talk about this in more detail. The U.S. military has intercepted another tanker from Russia's shadow fleet in the Indian Ocean. According to the Pentagon, the Aquila 3 was operating in violation of the quarantine imposed by President Donald Trump on sanctioned vessels in the Caribbean Sea. The U.S. military tracked and pursued the vessel from the Caribbean Sea to the Indian Ocean. The tanker Aquila 3, registered under the Panamanian flag, is part of Russia's shadow fleet and is used to export sanctioned Russian and Venezuelan oil. This operation is part of U.S. efforts to monitor vessels that violate international sanctions and attempt to conceal the origin of their cargo. Meanwhile, the Kremlin is in a panic over their shadow fleet. What's more, they've practically lashed out at the EU with threats. The Russians are urging others not to experiment, so they won't have to defend the freedom of navigation. This was stated by Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Rybkov, according to TASS. He emphasized that Russia supposedly has extensive experience in protecting the freedom of navigation. He implied that any experiments by unfriendly parties could end badly for them. As for whether or not the Russian fleet will be blockaded, I would caution against assuming that this is possible. The number of countries in the EU is not in itself a trump card in this extremely dangerous game for the European Union itself, he said. Ryabkov recalled the experience of naval operations aimed at protecting the freedom of navigation. According to him, if someone assumes that they can continue conducting experiments, it could end badly for the experimenters themselves, the Russian diplomat stated. Earlier, Bloomberg reported that European countries, together with the United Kingdom, are discussing at a high level the possibility of forcibly seizing ships from Russia's shadow fleet, a large network of oil tankers that use fake flags and schemes to circumvent Western sanctions and finance Moscow's war. Such a move is being considered as a new stage of pressure to cut off the revenues the Kremlin receives from oil sales.